Alright guys, Argentina and Holland have just played out an all-time classic World Cup game. Finished 2-2 and Argentina won on penalties, but we'll go for it. I mean, first of all, Lionel Messi, obviously this tournament is absolutely massive for him because it's going to be his last big tournament for Argentina most likely, unless he decides he wants one more Copa America. It'll definitely be his last World Cup. And that first goal, unbelievable. The body feint to give him the yard of space away from Nathan Ake, the pass itself, the fact that he even executed or saw the pass was incredible, and it was a good finish by Molina as well, and also scored the penalty, which it was a penalty. It was a bit of a clumsy challenge from Dumfries on Acuna, the left wing back, and just brilliant performance once again from, in my opinion, I've said it before, the greatest footballer of all time. But I do want to talk about the Netherlands. It was a brilliant comeback. Van Gaal, there was no tactical genius to it. It was just, take risks, throw the big men on, get the ball into the box for Weghorst and Luc de Jong, and hope for the best. And they did, and they got their reward from giving it a go in the last 20 minutes of the game. The first goal came a little bit out of nowhere. Just like I was genuinely just talking to my brother, and I looked up. Oh sugar, it's 2-1. Because I'll admit it. I want to see Messi win the World Cup if England don't win it. I know I shouldn't really say that as an England fan because it is Argentina, isn't it? And sort of a few conflicts there, but Netherlands did really well to take it to extra time. And I thought in extra time, the Netherlands might just go for it and try and get the third goal and then sit back on that, but they didn't. Which I thought, even I wasn't supporting Netherlands in this game, I thought that was a little bit disappointing because I thought if they'd have gone for it, they had a real good chance because they had the big lads on the pitch. They've got Virgil van Dijk, they've got Weghorst and de Jong all on the pitch at the same time. So if they could have just pumped it into the box, they'd have got chances, but they didn't go for it. And Argentina were arguably the better side in extra time, I think. They certainly came close to scoring on quite a few occasions. But went to penalties, and Argentina, I mean, Emi Martinez was absolutely superb to save those first two penalties from Van Dijk, and I think it was Berghuis. Netherlands did then score the next three as Argentina. I think Argentina scored their first three as well. I can't remember off the top of my head who scored it. I think it was Messi scored the second, Montiel, and really trying to have to go back, rack my brains here. I can't remember who else scored for Argentina. I know Fernandes missed, and then it was Lautaro Martinez who scored the winning penalty. I'm just trying to think who else scored for Argentina. Oh, Paredes. Oh, yeah, Paredes scored an absolute beauty of a pen, stuck it right in the side netting. That's it. And then Weghorst scored for Holland, and Jesus, my short-term memory is absolutely on the ropes here if I can't remember who scored for Holland in penalty-wise. But that doesn't matter. They didn't go through. Argentina are through to the semi-final against Croatia, which is a really interesting prospect of LM10 versus LM10, Luka Modric versus Lionel Messi, which should be an absolutely brilliant game. Two great players right at the end of their careers in their final World Cup with the chance to get to World Cup final. Both got to a World Cup final in the past two World Cups. Both were on the losing side. Both won player of the tournament. So that would be a bloody interesting semi-final. But back onto the game though. Argentina, I think, were the better side throughout the game. I thought Netherlands were really disappointing because I thought after how they'd played against USA, I thought after the group stage, I keep saying after the, so I thought, but no, after the group stage, I thought they were a little bit, I don't know, worse than I expected them to be. They just didn't really kick into gear in the group stage. it wasn't like, oh, they only just got through. They comfortably got through, but I think it was quite a weak group that they were in. An average Senegal side and an okay Ecuador side and a really poor Qatar side, so they should be expecting to win that group. But they put in a really good performance against USA, which I thought was going to be a tricky game for them. And then I thought, oh, maybe they might be one of these teams that just gets better as the tournament goes on. But in tonight's game, they weren't that really. They just were quite average until they just decided, right, we're just going to lump it long. Argentina were the better side throughout the game. However, I also do need to mention some of the poor refereeing from, I can't remember the name of the referee, but it just so many yellow cards. It's so inconsistent at times, and I thought he was failing to control the game. Like, obviously there was, fights going on between the two benches on multiple occasions, and also he was just giving needless yellow cards for just fouls that weren't yellow cards, and some of them weren't even fouls half the time. So it was poor refereeing, I thought. And Netherlands just couldn't get going in this game is the main thing. But Argentina were really good, and Lionel Messi was the star man once again. He's still so quick over like 5 yards. It's ridiculous. Like, he doesn't have the pace to do what he used to be able to do in his prime in terms of like getting past 3 or 4 men. But if he receives the ball and he's got a couple of players around him, he can just make them look absolutely foolish and just turn them inside out with one touch, which like there's no players in world football who can do that right now. Hardly, I don't think anyway. He's just an incredible footballer, and I'm glad tonight wasn't his last game. I've said it before. If England get knocked out tomorrow against France, I love England to win this tournament. Obviously, I'm an England fan. I'm English, but if England don't, I just there's something within me that just wants to see Lionel Messi win a World Cup. So I think I would be an Argentina fan. That sounds really sad now I say that out loud, but it's the truth. And I do want to give a bit of credit to the manager Scaloni, because he has managed to basically change things around for Argentina, because it really wasn't looking good for them, and he's tweaked a few things, changed a few things to the system, and it's got them playing well. So fair play to him. But Argentina are through. That's the main thing. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.